Heather's book is really great. She talks a little bit about how she got to where she got. She talks about her divorce. She talks about her Mormon faith. She even goes through like the rituals. The Mormon church is very secretive when it comes to like the rituals and stuff, but she actually like talks about that. She talks about, the baptism. She talks about what they do when they get dedicated to the temple and when they're able to go to temple, and the garments that they wear, the temple garments, and they have to wear it all the time. She even goes into details about like the certain way that you wear it, and it was like really very interesting. And then of course she talks about how Salt Lake City came about, how she was actually somebody who I wouldn't say grew up, but she was somebody who watched as a fan the Real Housewives franchise, and then when they were getting cast for the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, she couldn't believe it because she was like such a fangirl of Andy Cohen, of Potomac, of Beverly Hills. Oh God, what else did she mention? She mentioned a few others. And so then she just couldn't believe that here was her opportunity. And she told us who the original cast members were. And Whitney, they actually edited Whitney out, and she was so shocked that they would just like be able to edit her out entirely like that because she filmed and everything. I think that was what Whitney was upset about. She tried to make it seem like she was upset about something about her vagina. I don't know what the fuck she's talking about. I read the book. There was nothing in there about her damn vagina, but she's like trying to make something out of it. I think she was trying to make something out of it to cover for the fact that like, one, she really doesn't have a storyline. Like, what the fuck is Whitney's storyline? But besides from that, Whitney and Heather, I guess they were on Ultimate Girls Trip. I don't know if it was season 2 or 3 or what. Probably season 2. And I guess Whitney was asked something about like why she did. Again, guys, I never watched Salt Lake City previous to this season. But apparently Whitney was asked something about like why she did that or what her motive was for something. And Whitney said something like, well, I did it because I knew that it would be good for TV, or I did it because like, the cameras were rolling. She said something along those lines. I don't know what the fuck she said because, guys, again, I didn't watch the previous seasons of Salt Lake City prior to this season, but I did remember saying something like that. So that always kind of stuck in my head that Whitney is somebody who's very aware of the camera. I don't know if like what she was doing was because she wanted like some screen time, but again, I legit have no idea what the hell she was talking about. There was like nothing in there about her damn vagina. And I think what it was that she felt embarrassed. So Heather wrote about like how it all came about, and she wrote that Whitney actually got cut. She was edited out all of the scenes that were filmed and everything. Heather couldn't even believe that they were able to do something like that they were able to completely like just remove somebody from like a whole entire footage and everything. And I think that made Whitney embarrassed. I think people were not aware of the casting, how it came about. And, she doesn't really go into great details about it, but she does talk about it. And I think because of that it made Whitney somewhat embarrassed that, hey, if anybody's hanging by a thread on this OG cast, it's Whitney. She's the one that's hanging by the thread. Like the the network and the production company, they legit already edited her ass out once. They could do it again. So I think it's just like very in her face that if any of the original cast members were to be worried about their status, it would probably be Whitney.